This is public health.
Nah, this is UGA.
Do you want to be in the video?
Yeah.
This is public health.
Public health is heavily reliant on how pristine we keep our environment. So environmental degradation can really reduce the quality of life and reduce public health. We can be exposed to pesticides, toxins, microorganisms. We can reduce biodiversity, which can hinder our ability to find food, find new pharmaceuticals. So preserving the environment for the sake of public health is really important to environmental health scientists. And that's why we fit in the College of Public Health.
Oh my gosh, you're washing your hands! I'm so proud of you! Why are you here? Thanks, I guess.
My group is studying the genes and genomes of reptiles, and one of the reasons that we're doing that is to look at the evolution of immunity and influenza. We're working with our colleagues in the College of Veterinary Medicine here at UGA, and we're studying how it is that avian influenza can move to humans. And because reptiles are in between birds and humans, you would want to understand how the reptiles can serve as reservoirs and their immune response to these various viruses.
I've been looking for carpoolers all day! Okay. We carpool all the time. That's incredible! Thanks. Thanks. Bye.
I'm an environmental toxicology student in the Environmental Health Science Department. I work under Dr. Luke Nair, and my current research has been on household air pollution or indoor air pollution in the developing world. The reason why it's such a big topic or is an interesting public health issue is it's estimated that nearly 50% of the population in the world rely on biomass as fuel for cooking. And depending on the region of the world that you're working in, they have to close their windows to be able to retain the heat, and that introduces a lot of air pollution exposure.
Yeah,
this whole Lynn mania. It's crazy. Anyway, we came from Harvard and it's awesome.
it's amazing.
Do you see that? They have 100. I wish I could be here.
My past several years, my research focused on the interactions between chemical, biological, or environmental and genetic interactions. My lab collaborated with several other institutions in Ghana and Uganda. So we try to evaluate how those chemical toxic exposure to affect human immunity, also affect nutrition that play an important role for influence infectious disease rates.
you see that sign over there?
No, not until you just pointed it out, actually.
Well, it's for your consideration.
Okay. Thanks, I guess.
In my lab, we use aquatic organisms to test for the effects of emerging contaminants in aquatic systems. So we use organisms like fish or frogs or invertebrates to test for the water quality. And we use them because they are the first line of exposure to water pollutants. We've also looked at pharmaceuticals and have found that very, very tiny amounts of pharmaceuticals can delay development and cause small frogs not to be of appropriate size when they undergo metamorphosis, and this can be catastrophic to them in the environment. So what we do has real implications for organisms in the environment, but also they serve as sentinels for humans and potential effects to them in their environment.
So how was class?
Not bad. How about you?
It was alright.
Wow, this drink was so refreshing.
Where are you coming from?
I am a first-year Master of Science student in environmental health. I work in Dr. Mary Alice Smith's lab, and we are a reproductive and developmental toxicology lab. And we work with two separate pathogens. Right now, most of our work focuses on Listeria monocytogenes, which is of concern to pregnant women because in about a quarter of cases where the woman is exposed to Listeria, she may actually miscarry or have a stillbirth. And in some other situations, if she gives birth to the child, it may actually be born with some form of serious long-term complications such as septicemia or meningitis. So this can be a really dangerous condition, obviously, for the child, and we are working on developing an animal model so that we can do further studies on the pathogen. Public health to me is research, teaching, outreach, and service learning, all with the goal in mind of preserving public health so that people can live healthy, happy, and longer lives.